Just because your child is quiet doesn't mean your child is okay. So, as a parent, probably you ask your children, how do you feel? And your child tells you, I am okay. Just because your child is quiet, or your child tells you, I am okay, or your child responds in a positive way, it doesn't really mean they are okay. Are they really okay? Now we must understand as parents that silence is not safety. You being silent over your emotions and over the emotions of your children, it is not safety. A lot of us as parents are silent, we're quiet, we don't want to talk about emotions, things happen in the home, the way you manage your emotions. Probably you did not manage your emotions the right way, you don't want to talk about it, you don't want to bring it up, you feel, okay, I'm the parent, I shouldn't talk about this, I shouldn't apologize. Or probably the way your children are handling their emotions among themselves, if you have more than one, and you're silent about it. You're silent about emotions. You're not talking about it. I'm here to tell us, I'm here to tell you that silence is not safety. Silence is not safety. We must teach emotional expression. That is our job. That is our responsibility as parents. A lot of us grew up in homes where silence was promoted, where silence was, applauded. A lot of things happen and nobody talk about it. Some of us are suffering from traumatic experiences that we went through, but nobody talked about it. It was not discussed at all. But today we are learning that silence is not safety. We must teach emotional expression. We must teach our children how to express themselves. We must teach ourselves. We must also model the right emotional expression for our children. So as a parent, how can you intentionally teach the right emotional expression? How can you teach your child the right way to express their emotions? Because the truth is that when you are quiet, when you are silent about their emotions, about the way things happen in your home, you do your children a big disservice and you disarm them. The first way we can teach emotional expression in our home is to make emotional conversation a daily conversation. Make emotions a daily conversation. Make it a conversation that happens in your home often, not a conversation that happens once in a while, or not a conversation that happens one off. So occasionally during the day, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, whenever you sit down with your family, with your children, always try to find out from them, how do you feel? What emotions are you feeling right now? Whenever any situation happens or any experience occur in the home, ask your children, how did this make you feel? How do you feel about the situation? How do you feel about the way you reacted? How do you feel about the way I reacted? How do you feel? So we must make emotional conversation a daily one, not a crisis one. Don't be that parent that you go into crisis when your child tells you that they feel a certain way, or probably they feel unhappy about something happening in the home. No, don't be that parent. Rather, be the parent that will empower your children to be able to express their emotions, to be able to express the way they feel. And it all starts with we, the parents. So, as the parents, do you even know how to express your emotion? Do we even understand the emotional vocabularies to use at every point in time? Or are we always happy and sad? Are you the kind of parent that you feel, okay, I'm happy, I'm sad? Do we understand the difference between you feel overwhelmed, you feel nervous, you feel disrespected, you feel angry, you feel sad? Do we even understand it as parents? So that is where modeling starts from. And that is why we as parents have to model the right emotional vocabulary. Your children should be able to see you use the right vocabulary. Your children should be able to see you make emotion a daily conversation in the home. And when they see that, they can tune in, they can learn as well. So make emotion conversation a daily conversation in your home, not a crisis one. Your children should be free enough to tell you, I feel unhappy today. I feel sad about what happened in school today. Don't make it a crisis one. Don't scare your children to the point that when you ask them, how was school today? And they tell you fine. What happened in school today? They tell you nothing happened. They just just keep quiet. No, make emotional conversation a daily conversation so that those children internalizes it. That when they feel a certain way, when they just feel everything is not right, they can sit down and try to have a conversation with themselves. Then the second way we can teach emotional expression to our children is to ask open-ended questions. So don't ask closed-ended questions like how was school today. Definitely, any child you ask how was school today or how was your day, it's very easy for the child or the person to tell you it was fine, it was okay, or these days they tell you good. Yes, learn to ask open-ended questions. Open-ended questions like what made you smile today? What was the most important things that happened today? When you ask open-ended questions, it encourages conversation. It makes your child to have a conversation with you. So it's like you're throwing the ball to your child and the child is throwing the ball back at you. You also throw the ball back to each other. So it allows conversation to flow. It allows conversation to continue. So today, learn to ask your children open-ended questions. When your child gets back from school, don't ask the child how was school. The child is tired. Probably the child might tell you school was fine. Ask your child what happened today. What made you smile today? What exceptional thing happened today? Was there any kind act you did today? Did anybody express any act of kindness? Who did you play with? What actions did you do today? What did you learn today in school? What did you do differently? Learn to ask open-ended questions. When you ask open-ended questions, it sparks up the environment for conversation. When you also ask your spouse and everyone, when you have a conversation with someone and you ask the person open-ended questions, it sparks conversation. It makes the conversation to go on. Then number 3, the third way we can teach emotional expression in our home is don't punish their emotion. Don't punish the emotion of your child. Rather, guide your child's emotion. Don't be that parent that punishes the emotion of your child. When your child tells you something, you feel bad, you want to punish the child. Probably you've done something wrong and your child is telling you, Mommy, I don't like this thing you did, or Daddy, I don't like this thing you did. And you go ahead to punish, you go ahead to make the person feel bad. You tell the child things like, how dare you talk to me? I am your parent, I am your mom, I am your dad. How dare you talk to me? No, don't punish emotion. When you punish emotion, you shut down that child. You tell that child that it is not okay for you to tell me the way I acted or for you to call my attention to the way I reacted. So our responsibility as parents is to guide the emotion of our children. So are you guiding the emotion of your child? Are you teaching? Are you equipping? Are you empowering? Or are you the parent that punishes their emotion? If you punish the emotion of your child, if you shut down the emotion of your child, you do a big disservice to your child. When your child is out there, when you're not there with your child will not also feel free to express their own emotions, because at home the emotions of that child has been shut down. So what we should do as parents is to guide the emotion of your child. Equip your child. When your child comes up and tell you, Mommy, I don't like what you did, you made me feel ashamed, or you made me feel shame, you empower your child. You express that, okay, I'm sorry I made you feel this way. I did this because of this reason and this reason. But next time, how can we avoid such experiences or such situation occurring? You empower, you guide your child so that when your child is out there alone, your child is equipped and empowered to express their emotion and not to shut down their emotion. That is why a lot of children go through a lot of things. They are not able to speak up. A lot of people are going through abuse. A lot of people are going through difficult situations in the hands of other people. They are not able to speak up. They are not able to express their emotions. They are not able to express the way they feel. Probably they were punished for expressing their emotions at home, or probably they've not built this connection with you as a parent to tell you that this is what they are going through. So if we must raise wholesome children, if we must raise children that will achieve their purpose, if we must raise children to achieve their purpose, to be that children God has called them to be, we must equip our children to express themselves emotionally, be it a boy, be it a girl, when you don't equip your child, when you punish the emotions of your child, when you don't guide the emotions of your child, you do a big disservice to your child. Then the other way we can teach emotional expression as parents is to use emotion tools. Okay, if you have a child, if you have a toddler and you're feeling, oh, how am I going to teach my toddler about emotions? Yes, there are so many resources out there. There are so many tools you can use. For a child, for a preschooler, for a toddler, you can use emotional charts. You can use emotional chart. You can teach the child how to identify faces. You can teach the child about emotion through the faces on the pictures in your home, or through the faces of people they see. There are so many resources out there. All you need to do is to look out for these resources and start to teach and start to equip. If you have a child that is growing, you can use stories. You can use your experiences, your stories, the things you've been through as a parent to teach your child about emotions. You can also use journaling. Teach your child that one of the best ways to manage their emotion is their ability to pen down their thoughts, is their ability to journal their thoughts, to journal what they feel, is their ability to journal every emotion that comes their way. Even if your child is still learning how to write, teach them to draw the way they feel. Teach them to express the way they feel using any object in the house. Teach them to express the way they feel using anything they can see around them. Is a way of teaching and equipping your child on how to express their emotion. So emotional expression can be learned irrespective of the age of your child. All you need to do, use age appropriate tools. Like I mentioned emotional charts, using your stories, using journaling to teach your child how to identify the emotion they feel and how to be able to name and handle that emotion. Because the truth is that we all need to learn how to identify and manage our emotion, because we need emotional management in everything we do. As adults, we need to manage our emotions while you're at work with your colleagues, while you're at home. Everywhere we need emotional regulation and emotional management. And it's our responsibility and duty as parents to equip and teach our children. Then the last way we can learn or teach our children how to express themselves emotionally is to let your child see you as a parent express your emotion in a healthy way. So as parents, do we express our emotions in a healthy way? Can your child see you expressing your emotion in a healthy way? Or are you that kind of parent, when you're angry, the whole house is on fire? Are you that kind of parent, when you're not happy, everyone knows you're not happy? Are you that kind of parent that when someone hurts you or someone offends you, the whole world knows that something is wrong with my mom, something is wrong with my dad? Or are you that kind of parent that probably you're coming back from work, something has happened at work, and when you come back home, you lash out to every member of your family. You don't want to talk to anyone, you don't want to have conversation, you create a wall, you create a bridge between yourself and your family members. No, when you do that, you teach your children that this is the way to express your emotion when you feel a certain way. But we all know that that is not the right way. So we must be able to teach our children the healthy way for them to express their emotions. So how healthy do you express your emotions? How well do you express your emotions? Can you be happy and tell yourself, I am happy with the way I express my emotions? At least I've equipped my children with the right way to express their emotion. So as a parent, you must be the model. You must be the example. You must be able to express your emotion in a healthy way. And some of the ways you can express your emotion in a healthy way, expressing how you feel in a polite way, in an honorable way, in a respectful way. You can calm down, you can pause, you can journal, you can just relax, you can think over the situation. There are so many things we can do. So we must learn to create a home where emotions are safe. Our children should feel safe expressing their emotions in our home. That is the kind of home we should aim to create. Create a home where your children feel safe to express their emotions. I believe this video has been so helpful to you as a parent. So ask yourself, how can you help your child open up emotionally today? Be that parent that we equip. Be that parent that we teach your child the right way to express your emotions. So I believe this video has been helpful. Please like this video, share this video, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Renewed Parents Academy. Thank you, and my name is Chioma Odikulu. Thank you.